Shalom. Shalom, Yesharala. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechachodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching 100% truth. Wa Barakathum to the 144,000, as well as the rest of the elect. May peace and blessings be unto your households. All right, and it's your brother Gadal from the Great Millstone Dallas branch, and in this quick lesson, I'm just going to get into how there's going to be a standard lifted, right? There's going to be a standard lifted, or, a standard will be lifted, and this lesson was inspired by, GMS testimonials. He basically posted GMS Virgin Islands, testimony of a dream that he had. Basically, it's like a little, 3-part dream. And within that dream, he had spiritual powers. Lord gave him spiritual powers to be able to fly, right? Super strength, invincible, things of that matter. And, just thinking like, the Lord, he's going to lift up a standard for his people. And that can look, it could be in different ways, man, right? You might not get spiritual powers. Lord might just have a situation where an angel come deliver you, right? Or, Scripture says, we all shall not taste of death, of course, but, you could be a martyr in this thing. The Lord can give you a spirit to go through with that, of being a martyr, But I'm going to touch more on the aspect of, spiritual power, how the Lord, man, he's going to use his men, right, to thresh the mountains, these governments, right, fucking these people up, man. With no further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get this. I'm going to start off with this. This is Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 19. It says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord, Yahweh, from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. Right. But it's going to happen when the enemy come in like a flood, though. Then the Lord going to lift up a standard, like a standard, right? Whatever that may look like within your individual walk, right? The Lord can have it to where you just turn invisible to everybody and they just don't see you. They don't see you. You're able just to walk away. Did not Yahushua himself pretty much do that? To avoid people, to avoid, death. But that's just, one example. But, that's part of the Lord lifting up standard. The Lord put somebody there to guide you in a certain way. You might be inside of a building, but the Lord haven't said to where it's an opening for you to get out. Angel come in like, hey, come over here, this way. Whatever your name is. He might mess around, call you by your Hebrew name. You're like, what the fuck? Whatever. Arya, come here. Huh? That's part of the Lord lifting up a standard. Right? And, of course, what every brother will ultimately want, or, at least majority, is spiritual power. Right? Lord lifting up standard, you get spiritual power. Death is staring you in the face. Lord gives you power to overcome. Spiritual power to overcome. Right? I'm going to go ahead and get next scripture. This is Isaiah chapter, wait, we'll do one first. Well, before I get to that, I'm going to go ahead and get into angels. Yeah. This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the archangel Michael, the angel of war, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, And there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. So that right there is letting you know angels are going to get involved in pretty much, and this the time of trouble we're going to come into. You know, Jacob's trouble, when it gets worse, the angels are like going to get involved heavily, like heavy, meaning they're going to, like, you're going to be able to see them. No, they'll come more so, like, you know, in the form of us, but you know, you're going to see them. Like it says, Michael shall stand up. So angels are going to get busy down here, man, to protect ultimately the elect, right? The elect of the nation of Israel. Everybody else, man, guess what, bro? Y'all numbered to this shit. Scripture goes to how many shall perish by famine. I think it's 2 Ezra 16:21, I think, around that area. But it's neither here nor there. Yeah, a lot of people just not going to make it on the side. And a lot of them are pretty much the 2/3, the non-believers, the one that didn't believe and loathed the law of Yahweh Shemshai. So why would an angel protect you when you're just a nigga that don't fucking believe? They're not. Lord ain't going to lift up a standard for you, but for his men, he will. Hell, Isaiah 65th chapter goes into that. What, like 15, around that area? You know, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. You know? But yeah, that right there just let you know how the angels are going to be involved in that standard. This standard being lifted. You know, just keeping that in mind. But I'm going to go ahead and get this Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 31. It says, but they that wait upon Yahweh shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles, and shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. Right, so, but those that wait upon Yahweh shall though. So the only ones that are going to be waiting is the elect. What it means to wait, suffering in the names, long suffering, being patient, suffering in the names of Yahweh Shai. Guess what? He's going to renew our strength, man. Lord, the scripture goes into how the Lord is going to come with healing in his wings. He's going to come to heal his elect. And he's going to heal his elect, man. Spiritual power, you know, miracles. Things are that coming towards the elect. Not to some fuck nigga, man. Excuse my French, but I just gotta be said like that. They ain't come to no fuck nigga or fuck bitch. It's not coming to people like that. It's coming to ones that serve Yahweh Shai. That's who these type of things are reserved for. Now, if it gets to, like I said, like I may mention earlier in this lesson, if it comes to the point where you have to give your life, then guess what? You have been given the opportunity to show the greatest act of love. Right? It's like scripture, there's no better love than him that laid his life down for his friends. So if you lay your life down for Yahweh Shai, man, that's the greatest act of love you can do. So it's honestly an honor. You know, in the moment, of course, the flesh is going to do what it's do. But guess what? If you want to hear his Lord, going to give you the spirit to go through with it. To show, give you the opportunity to show that act of love. And be with you in that. And you're going to be raised up first. You know, scripture goes to, you know, those that, you know, die, they're going to raise up first. So you're going to be raised up first with spiritual powers, with the new bodies. Not in the flesh and you got to still deal with being ill. No, you're going to be good as new. You know? Because, man, you know, ultimately, we all, hell, like I said, man, the scripture, we tired, man. The scriptures go to how, you know, how they shall wear out the saints, man. Saints are tired. But the Lord's going to renew their strength, especially in that day, part of him lifting that standard up, giving them spiritual power to, you know, fuck these people up, man. All right, man, that leads me to this one here. This is Isaiah chapter 41, and I'm starting verse 14. It says, fear not, thou worm Jacob. Right? So we're looked at as worms in the sight of Yahweh Shai. Which makes sense because we can't protect ourselves anyway. And we fragile as hell. Right? So it says, fear not thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith Yahweh, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument, having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shalt make the hills as chaff. Exactly. So, man, we're gonna run through these governments, man. We're gonna run through this power that got set up, man. It's gonna be beaten small, man. Right? When the Lord is gonna use his men as instruments of war to destroy this place alongside with Yahweh Shai. And on top of that, Lord gonna put his wrath within his elect, man. So it's like, yeah, you mad now, but like, man, when the Lord put his anger in you, his righteous, his indignation, which is righteous anger inside of you, bro, you gonna be like, shit, I thought I was mad, boy, I'm pissed. I'm finna lose my shit, and you're gonna get to act on it, on these people, these Edomites, right? These Edomites and pretty much 2/3 of Jake that doesn't want to fucking listen. You'll get on the flip side, nigga. Right? So yeah, we're coming into the times, man. The Lord, he's gonna lift up a standard for his people. But when the time is right, though, right? We're all not gonna taste death, meaning there is gonna be some of us that has to be a martyr, which is okay. That's okay. There's honor in that. Go read 2nd Maccabees. What, 2nd Maccabees 2? The seven boys, man. The 7 sons. I said boys. The 7 sons, man. True example of being men. I think it's 2nd Maccabees 7. It's either 7 or 2. Yep, 2nd Maccabees 7. Yep. So go read 2nd Maccabees 7th chapter, man. Be in that spirit of them, you know, the mother and her sons. Truly what a man looks like, man. Dying in the name of the Yahweh Shai. That's them deaths right there. There was very honorable deaths. Not an ounce of timid in them. Nothing but straight boldness. You know, I pray that Yahweh Shai put that spirit in me. If when the time comes, right? Allow me to be bold. Hell, allow me to be bold now. But it's much more when we're in that time. But yeah, man. It's really all I had to say through the spirit, man. Just the Lord's gonna lift up that standard, man. And you gotta believe that. If you don't believe it, then guess what? You ain't lifting up no standard for you. Kind of like laying back on my last lesson a little bit, man. According to your faith, it should be given you according to your faith. So if you believe the Lord gonna do it, then guess what? He gonna do it. But if you don't, then guess what? He's not gonna do it. Simple as that. But anyways, Lord willing, y'all was edified. I want to end it off by saying Kal Halal, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And until next time, I say, Shalom, Yesharallah.